I want to explain how to take great photos of waterfalls. Some of you may want to take some amazing photos of the water cascading from the falls. You can take photos like this by paying attention to a few points. In this video, even beginners will learn how to take amazing waterfall photos. The contents of the video are also explained on this blog, so if you are interested, please check the URL in the description. First off, you'll need two things. First, a tripod. Because it is a long exposure shot, handheld shooting will result in blurring and the image will not look clear. In this case, using a tripod can help prevent shaking. Another thing to consider is the use of variable ND filter. Using a filter will allow you to extend the shutter time, allowing you to shoot for longer periods of time. If you are interested in tripods, filters, etc., I will include a URL in the description, so please take a look. One thing to remember is that ND filters come in a variety of sizes, so you can only mount them if you have the right filter for your lens. The next important thing to consider is shutter speed. To get a smooth shot of the waterfall, adjust the shutter speed. Changing the shutter speed will change the appearance of the waterfall. For example, by shooting with a fast shutter speed, you can create a sharp, powerful image in which each individual drop of water appears to stand still. On the other hand, a slow shutter speed creates a dreamy, gentle atmosphere, like gently flowing water. To take a fantastical photo of a waterfall, it's a good idea to use a slow shutter speed. This means shooting in M mode. In M mode you have control over shutter speed and ISO. Unlike automatic and aperture priority modes, it allows you to take photos completely manually. Turn the top dial to M manual mode. Next, set a slow shutter speed. We mentioned earlier that it is important to set a slow shutter speed to capture the soft flow of the waterfall, but what shutter speed should you use specifically? The key is to set the shutter speed to around 2 seconds. This allows you to take some great shots. A 2-second shutter speed in bright sunlight will let in too much light, so I recommend using a variable ND filter. Variable ND filters allow you to adjust the amount of light you let in, allowing you to use a slower shutter speed to get the perfect amount of light for your photo. It may be a little complicated, but if you understand the points at which you want to change the shutter speed, you will be able to take appropriate action on the spot. First, if it is too bright, increase the density of the variable ND filter. Conversely, in dark environments, reduce the density of the variable ND filter, or remove it if the image is still too dark. Also, if you want to change the look of the waterfall, you can adjust the shutter speed to find the optimum value. It is recommended that you use these settings appropriately. Tap the shutter speed on the screen and adjust it to 2 seconds. Next, set the f-stop to 8. The f-stop affects the brightness and focal range of a photograph. A setting of around f8 will keep everything in focus from the foreground to the background. This setting is good for keeping the whole scene in focus and getting a sharp image without being too blurry. Tap the F number and set it to f8. Next, set the ISO to 100. If you are shooting waterfalls or landscapes, ISO 100 is recommended as it has the lowest sensitivity, least noise, and most stable image quality. So, lowering your ISO will help you take clearer photos. Tap ISO and set it to ISO Auto. Then use the self-timer to take a photo. Touching the camera directly will cause it to shake, so using the self-timer will help prevent shaking caused by time lag. Press the right button on the control pad to select the self-timer. The shutter will be released a few seconds after you press the shutter button. Summary. So there you have it, how to take great photos of waterfalls. By tweaking the settings we just mentioned, you should be able to find what works best for you. This channel also explains how to set up the camera for various scenes, so be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching.